Hello everyone and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from DarthDoge and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Now he's in the Atlanta, the tier 7 premium US cruiser. He is on the map Trident in an epicenter battle. It's a tier 8 battle, but with only a few tier 8s around, and he is in a division with a destroyer. Now the Atlanta is not known for being a ship overall. The Atlanta can be absolutely amazing in the right situation, but she does have her downsides. The Atlanta is not very durable, so you don't want to be shot at. She has very low range, which means it can be hard to be in a situation where you can make use of your guns and not get obliterated by enemy fire. So what you need are islands where you can lob your shells over them, or smoke for example. Unfortunately the Atlanta doesn't have smoke herself, but if you are like usually with a destroyer or you have your team help you out, you can make some great use of smoke. Now the guns are very small, which means you can profit from the extended range from advanced firing training, skill is called. But well, I mean, it's a premium ship, so you might train captains in there that don't necessarily have the perfect skill set for the ship. So yeah, as you can see here, the range is 11.1 kilometers, so he does not have a captain skill to increase his range. And at tier 7, that's just not a great range. The Atlanta also comes with radar, which is excellent for hunting destroyers, and those guns, well, can take care of a destroyer rather quickly. You can see the amazing rate of fire here against the tier pits, and there is already a fire. The Atlanta also has unlimited use of the anti-air consumable, but that's, well, not very helpful if there isn't a carrier. So here in the beginning the friendly team has already taken the center. There are not so many destroyers around. Although the enemies have 3, but for some reason none of the enemy destroyers decided to go to the center and contest that. The friendly team is sticking together here in a very aggressive position. And there is like a smoke screen here in the back, so they should be safe from being detected from behind. And now there is a destroyer here coming. So the enemy destroyer is deploying a smoke screen, but well, the Atlanta has radar. Isn't using it yet, so I assume he's waiting for a better opportunity here. And there is a friendly destroyer lying a smoke screen. So now he can just sit back here and, well, continue firing at this poor nice enough. The amount of shells an Atlanta can shoot is amazing. Now he is using his radar. And this, well, good Japanese destroyer here is probably getting obliterated. He's under fire from multiple ships, and I mean there wasn't much he could have done. So nice use of the radar here. One dangerous enemy down. And unfortunately it seems the enemy now escaped the smoke screen. But look at how many friendly ships are here. It's quite an interesting push of the friendly team. Although now an enemy destroyer has made it into the center, and it looks like the friendly team doesn't have any ships there anymore, although 2 are on the way, I guess, to contest center. And this poor Graf Spee is, well, in the wrong place. And there is another destroyer here. He is unfortunately spotted. I might also say that this replay was before the captain skills were reworked, just in case you were wondering. Now there is still some smoke here, and the friendly destroyer here is laying another smoke screen, so the Atlanta is, well, in a perfect position. He can just keep firing at enemies who are close by and can't really retaliate. That's already the 7th fire he has started in this battle, and already quite a nice amount of damage done. Now I'm not sure what the enemy Mayhan is intending to do here. He is just like coming very straight towards the smoke, and well, he got sunk. Guess he might have underestimated what's sitting in this smoke. Although I guess the number of shells flying out of it should make it clear. Now only one enemy destroyer is remaining. It's looking pretty decent for the friendly team right now. The enemies do have quite a bit of force here in the center, but as long as there is a friendly ship in there, the enemies can cap. The friendly team is making here a very successful flanking maneuver, I guess, although if the enemies push farther north, it's no longer flanking. There are also some enemy ships here up in the north and some friendly ships. In this game mode, there isn't much point in being in such a position. I guess the friendly cruiser here needed some cover badly. And if you're the enemy team, you really don't want to push towards the spawn area of like the other team. You want to focus your efforts here on the center. It's okay to take the sides in order to flank enemies that are in the center or to get shots someone who is behind an island, but like these areas here in the north and the south, not much value in having ships there, in my opinion. And there is a destroyer coming this way, so I'd assume there might be torpedoes launched in that direction. The enemy Viscoicha is under heavy fire, and I don't think he can withstand the Atlanta for long. On the not so bright side, there are enemy battleships up front, but I think the friendly destroyer will lay a smoke screen shortly. There it is. So next smoke cover is laid and the Atlanta can... Oh, there are torpedoes incoming. Well, that's a very fortunate gap here for the Atlanta. The friendly destroyer was not so fortunate. But the Atlanta here is pretty safe and can just continue firing and setting ships on fire. Now this game has developed very fortunately so far. A lot of enemies were here in close proximity because the gun range in the Atlanta can be a real problem. And the friendly destroyers have been very helpful with smoke so far, so the Atlanta can really thrive in this environment. And DarthDoge is doing an amazing job of utilizing the provided cover. Now the friendly battleships are slowly moving in here, and it will take them a time to get around here and assist, I suppose. The only enemy ships here are now all clustered up here in the north. It doesn't look like the enemy team still stands a chance. So at this point I guess it's mostly about getting as much damage in as you can before the game ends. And the smoke's disappearing. This Tirpit is on very low health. Fortunately, those shells didn't do a lot and there was no fire started. Now he tried, I think, backing up here a little bit and using this island, but well, it is kind of working currently because this Cleveland is coming in this direction. But the battleships have moved out of the field of view. And I think somebody just... most likely Citadel is Cleveland. Now only 2 enemy battleships remaining, there isn't much left to do other than charge in. At this point you don't really have anything to lose in the friendly team and can just farm a little more damage, hopefully. Now we can also see here that armor piercing is quite effective at a battleship that's sending broadside. And the damage he is doing is, well, a lot. And soon this poor Nagato will sink. Now only the North Carolina is remaining. And it looks like the North Cal is going down fighting. He is pushing in. I mean, there is really no reason for him to run away at this point. DarthDoge is back to firing high explosive, and there is another fire, because why not fire 19 this battle? Now the guns pointing in this way are really scary, but I don't think at this point he cares if he's getting sunk or not. It won't change anything in the outcome of this battle. And I mean, he managed to dodge the shells. And there is the kill. Let's take a look at the results. DarthDoge managed to get 2,756 base experience. And he truly showed how dangerous an Atlanta in the right position can be. He was using a lot of smoke from his friends, he kept those guns firing and he made the short range work. So well played by him. He achieved Confederate and high caliber and did almost 200,000 points of damage, scored 635 hits and started 20 fires. So about a quarter of the damage was done by fires. In the end he also demonstrated how useful armor piercing shells can be, but the majority is just high explosive. So yeah, this showed a great game in the Atlanta. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time.